Of course, Lazelle is sharpening her blade. Hi there, this is a test to see if we're actually going to be doing Baldur's Gate videos. This is a playthrough that I'm currently going through, and we're just doing this as a quick little experiment to see if I can actually do this. I have a brand new microphone, so now I actually sound like I am a live person instead of just a muffled ghost in the distance. For all you Astarion fans, I am going to go through an Astarion affinity.
The way she leered at me. The blood merchant. I can't get it out of my head. It isn't like me. Not like me at all. I was being too precious, wasn't I? We could have used her potion. A moment of unpleasantry doesn't matter if there's a fine reward. I should have just gritted my teeth as always and let her have me for a bit.
Okay, if you're not familiar with the game, this is partway through Act 2. If you go to the Moonrise Towers, there's a blood merchant who basically makes Astarion very uncomfortable. And in this case, I went with his decision to basically say, no, I'm not comfortable with you. And I validated his right to say no. So this is where I have to make a choice. I'm going to basically friend zone Astarion at this point because I am romancing Gale and Astarion at the same time, and I don't like the awkwardness, because I have that saved too. I don't like the awkwardness between the two of them if you try to romance them both at the same time. So I intentionally went this route to get Astarion's affinity dialogue before Gale's Gale's romance scene. So we're just gonna do some dialogue options. So I think number 2. Makes me sad to hear you talk about yourself like that.
Why? I'm simply trying to be realistic. There's nothing more desirable in the world than a vampire, is there?
Well, werewolf.
Having been through all I have, you damn well are going to fight with what few assets the gods give you. But a part of me feels sick when I think about getting on my back for breadcrumbs again.
Or dead rodents. Yeah, I'm too pretty is a bit of a sore complaint, but you know, it is, I guess. I've never had that complaint. But, yeah. I think it's between number 1 and number 3. I think I'm going to go for number 1, because he does have so much more than his looks. Looks are obviously the first impression that people get, but Astarion has proved that he's got a lot more going on.
I had nothing at all for so long. Not even my body. That was owned by Cazador. To be sent out to tempt fools into his palace. I have bedded thousands of people. Half of them I barely remember. Most of them didn't even grant me temporary bliss. It should have been so easy to let the drow use me for her fantasy, but perhaps, you showed me I have enough strength. I don't need to.
No, you don't. And I would never ask you to. Because he's still technically a slave if the tadpole were ever to disappear. And I don't want to feel like he has to, so as I would never
It
ask
isn't
him
worth
to.
the scars anymore.
No, poor boy. You just want to hug him. Ah, poor boy. So this is on the way to friend zoning him. I thought this was that one, but it's not. Anyway, this was an experiment. This is a test. I will probably put this up on YouTube just as a general experiment to see if anyone is actually interested in this or not. I don't know. I don't care. I'm having fun. If I were to do this as an actual playthrough, I would probably try to do an honor mode playthrough with an origin character, Gale particularly, just because I'm very, very fond of Gale, and I know how to use those characters. Gale is my glass cannon. I'm rather fond of him, and I'm, very familiar with the companions, but not as familiar with the custom Tav. So anyway, hope you enjoy this video, and we will see how it goes.